Some of the many well-known musicians have had to overcome being physically challenged, like Beethoven, Ray Charles, Evelyn Glennie, Stevie Wonder, and the list doesn't end there. I'd like to introduce you to Crystal Keller. Crystal faced some tough challenges as a child, but she never let that come in the way of achieving her ambitions. In 2005, she was the first blind person to graduate as a professional musician from the JMC Academy. Although Crystal has lost her sight, she is determined to live her dream as a musician. Why play music? Why that particular career path?
I just love it. I've been singing ever since I was really young, singing since I was about 7, having lessons, and then playing piano and picked up the guitar when I was about 14, and it's just it's a real, I guess, release to be able to write my own music and to express myself that way, and to write about my own experiences and other people's experience and tell stories through music. It really transcends all barriers, I think, to me. Everybody loves music for a lot of different reasons, but there's always a song or a piece of music or lyrics or something that will mean something to someone.
Crystal found that music allowed her to communicate how she felt. She began using her talent as a way of inspiring people to live their dreams. Crystal, in 2003 you recorded your album New Mountain to Climb. Tell us first of all a bit about your style of music.
Well, the style of New Mountain to Climb is more of a modern country rock. I recorded that album with Rod McCormack. He produced that album, and so that was a fantastic experience working with him and with so many fantastic musicians, and I was really inspired by a lot of modern country artists at the time, so it's a little bit reflective of that. And that was fantastic. I actually recorded that album with the intention of using the sales to go overseas and study, but unfortunately at the last minute I missed out on my scholarship to go over to the UK, and so I ended up changing my plans and decided to stay here, and around about that time I met my current manager and good friend Cheryl, and we started working together on the project that we're doing at the moment, on the tour that we're doing, which is also called the New Mountain to Climb project.
So Crystal, what's the New Mountain to Climb tour about?
When Cheryl and I came up with the idea of the New Mountain to Climb project, we thought we were pretty clever. We wanted to put together a project that would showcase me as a musician and as a public speaker, but also would support a charity, and we wanted it to be we wanted to promote a real sense of community spirit with the New Mountain to Climb project. So we sought sponsorship so that we could offer it for free to a lot of the events that we were going to take it to. But the event for free, because of our sponsorship, we're able to do that. And we are also raising some money for the charity, which has been fantastic. There's 3 arms to the New Mountain to Climb project. There's corporate, there's going into schools and doing the motivational speaking and the performance in there, which is fantastic. We get to see over 1,000 kids a week, different high schools. And there's also a community arm where we go into hospitals, and I've also attended some camps with Father Chris Riley's Youth Off the Street and things like that, doing some music with those guys as well. So it's been really great. We've raised a lot of money for the charity through the schools and particularly through the corporate stuff. That's really exciting, because that was always part of the aim as well, to promote a real sense of community spirit and let people know what amazing work the Children's Cancer Institute of Australia are doing through their research, and also give them a sense of being able to contribute a bit back to it as well.
As a result of her commitment, Crystal is now a 2005, 2006 and 2007 Australia Day Ambassador. Crystal has been invited to share her story and perform on many occasions at high-profile charity functions and media events nationwide. In 2005, Crystal was asked to perform on Vision Australia's Carols by Candlelight in front of a crowd of 50,000 people. With her talent and music, Crystal is determined to continue inspiring others to achieve their dreams. She believes anything can be achieved no matter what the circumstance is. And it looks like she's right.
designer handbags at Manolo Blahnik, VIP cocktail parties and a wardrobe to die for. Now do I have your attention? That's right, ladies. Tonight we take an exclusive sneak peek into the Australian premiere of Sex and the City. Who would you find your most like?
Probably Carrie. I love all the styles, her fashion. I love the hats and the shoes and everything. So, and the shopping.
Are you guys looking forward to the premiere tonight?
We are.
Did you get to see the season finale?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that Carrie will marry Vic?
Well, of course. We're all here waiting to see the
second
frog.
And she has been going out with the man for 10 years!
Big fan of Sex and the City?
Oh, who isn't? Can't wait to see the movie. It's going to be great.
Who would you say you most like?
Oh, I think all women are a bit like all of the characters. We like to sort of pick the good bits.
We've all got a little bit of everything.
So, and at different times, you're a bit more like one than the other, but I think we all share their love of shoes.
So do I, but I've got a little feeling that it's not going to fall into place.
No, maybe there might be some hiccups along the way, but it has to fall into place.
Should we get you a diamond?
No, just get me a really big closet.
What are you hoping to see tonight?
Sex and the city. I think so. You know, if I can combine those two components, I think it's going to be good.
And are you a Sex and the City fan?
Not a massive fan. I've only seen a few episodes, but I jumped at the chance to be able to come tonight because, you know, I'm a bit of a movie buff. I work in a video store, so...
Big Sex and the City fan?
Yes,
Definitely. And who do you think you're most like?
I like Carrie because of the shoes and all her clothes and everything.
Yeah. Now, you guys look stunning tonight. Who are you both dressed by?
Superman, she's dressed by Natasha.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Winning frocks. And big Sex and the City fan?
Very big, major fan.
Yeah. Who is your favourite?
Yeah, definitely Carrie.
Carrie, who are you most like? Out of the
Carrie.
She's a Carrie. I don't know about it. Okay. As long as you're not a Samantha.
I like Samantha. She's a Samantha.
If I'd known the girl talk was going to be on lockdown, I wouldn't have flown 3,000 miles.
No, we can talk. Let's just not use that word.
It's an American thing and I'm from there, so they've forced me to come. Yeah.
And have you never seen an episode?
No, I definitely have seen many episodes. It's on most nights there, I think.
Oh, beautiful. So do you think that Carrie's going to marry Vic tonight?
Well, almost definitely.
Well, now I understand the divorce.
I can build you a better closet. Welcome home, baby.
Who are you dressed by tonight?
This is Alex Perry.
Alex Perry.
We love Alex. He loves a bit of bling. Always a good Loki's dress. And if you can't wear an Alex Perry to a Sex and the City movie premiere, where are you going to wear Alex?
Who do you think you're most like out of the Sex and the City girls?
Oh, about 50 pounds ago. Taller than I hope, but a long time ago.
What are you expecting to see from the movie tonight?
A lot of costume changes, hopefully. I don't know. Probably a lot of fun, a lot of, cosmopolitans and things like that.
Did you get dragged along here tonight?
I did indeed.
Have you ever seen an episode of Sex and the City?
Closet fan.
Closet
Yeah,
fan.
my wife makes me watch it, so got no choice.
And Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after.
So how does the movie pan out? Well, apart from lots of shopping, lots of cocktails and lots of men, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You'll have to go and see it for yourself. So why not grab a couple of girlfriends, come down to Sydney's Fox Studios and go and see it at the Gold Class. That's all the glitz and glamour. I'm Alana Ridge. Good night.
In the 70s, whales were harpooned in Byron Bay, hippies wore flares, and smoking was cool. Now we realise that these things have disastrous consequences. Today on the show, we ask you if you could make a few small changes to your lifestyle that would help you avoid social faux pas in the future. Then would you? What do you do now that will be frowned upon in the future? You might think that it's convenient to use modern appliances, that you work hard enough to enjoy your toys, and you shouldn't have to wear scratchy jumpers to keep warm. Worse still, you don't believe that global warming is a real threat. Someone else can sort out your rubbish. You feel that your four-wheel drive is safer. You pay your taxes, you should be able to drive whatever you like. You're not being asked to radically change your lifestyle. You're not being asked to grow everything that you eat. We don't want you spending your Saturday mornings meticulously sorting through your rubbish. You don't have to sell your car. We're not asking you to generate your own electricity. There are many reasons why people don't assess the impact of their own behaviour, but the cost of their actions is far too great not to consider. But we are asking you to think about how everything you do could tax the environment. You weren't born being a petrol-guzzling polluter or a veggie gardener, so you could learn a few behaviours that could end up meaning some extra money in your back pocket and some extra time for Mother Nature. One phone call and you can switch to green power, which demands less use of dirty fossil fuels. Get 3 bins, 1 paper, 1 plastic and 1 waste, so you don't have to sort through your own rubbish. Change your light bulbs to energy efficient ones and you won't have to change them for years. Turn off appliances when you leave the room. So start thinking today about the total cost of production of the goods and services that you consume. An online carbon calculator is a good way to help find out how you can turn the tide on your bank balance. I'm Jolene Cross. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Lou Gregory from EWTV. Are you tired of working 9 till 5, stuck in an office, bored of the routine? Time for a career change? Well, imagine laughing for a living, dancing for dollars, or perhaps polishing for a penny. Today we are going to look at some of Australia's strangest jobs. Let's go. Have you ever heard of a laughter therapist? Well, I'm here with Helene Grover, who is sure to get you giggling. What made you become a laughter therapist?
Well, primarily it was because I lost it. I actually stopped laughing. I had a lot of personal problems at the time and I had to go find it again.
So what actually happens in one of your laughing workshops?
A lot.
Can we find out a little bit more?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to do that anyway, aren't we? If you've had sex in the last week, could you jump up and shout, yippee? Would you like it to be in the house or in the garden or your place or mine? Yeah, and then you negotiate lights on, lights off, candles, wine, anything. People are constrained by a number of reasons, and I've been exploring all of those reasons, why they don't laugh enough. A couple of the ones that are very important, though, people are afraid of what will people think of me. And
They get embarrassed.
Yeah, they get embarrassed and they don't want to be foolish. So it's okay to laugh when everybody's laughing and when there's a joke.
Have you ever had somebody who didn't laugh in one of your workshops?
Yes, I did. I had a group last week like that. It was interesting, and it was a corporate job, and there was a determination of, I'm not going to do this. I think there was one very attractive young blonde lady sitting there looking lovely, you know, and she had her legs crossed, which I can't quite do, and her arms were like this, and it was like, because most people don't want to be made a fool of. And I think that's where the divide, that's part of why we don't laugh enough, is because people are afraid of looking foolish. And it's a shame, because when you look at all the benefits of laughter and all the things that it can do, not just physiologically, but what it can help us to do with coping with life. And I mean, I had breast cancer and I lived through that, and eventually when I brought my laughter work into it, I felt better with it.
Thanks, Celine, for joining us here on EWTV, and you keep laughing.
And you do too. Thanks for having me.
Can you believe that you can belly dance full-time? Strange but true. Jane Jardines is a professional belly dancer and has been performing for over 13 years. From bridal showers to kids' parties, Jane has been known to dance up to 6 different locations in a single night. And did I forget to mention she's even won a Logie? Who'd have thought there's such a thing as the belly dance Logies? Hi Jane, how are you?
Hi, good Louise.
Now tell me, when did you first start belly dancing and what did you love about it?
I started about 13 years ago, and when I started it just made me feel very, very empowered, and it gave me a lot of confidence, and it's just so good for women to do it for their own personal self-esteem as well.
And tell me about the costumes.
The costumes are all made in Cairo or Lebanon. You get different designers, and they're all intricately beaded with crystals and glass beadings, so there's a lot of work involved in them. They're very expensive out here to buy.
And how many performances would you do on an average week?
On a Saturday night I average 6 performances. So yeah, tonight is six jobs, 1 wedding, 1 engagement, and restaurants and birthday parties.
And not only do you belly dance, you also teach belly dance classes, don't you?
That's right, I teach for women of all ages and all nationalities, and they love it.
And is it true the bigger the belly, the better the dancer?
Absolutely. So the more voluptuous the woman is, the better the movements will look. So the thinner you are, the harder you have to work the body.
Well, thanks so much, Jane, for coming on EWTV.
Thank you, Louise. It's been my pleasure.
Straight from the horse's mouth, I've heard there's no other job quite like it. Sorry? What's that? What's that cocktail? You've got a toothache? Well, I know just the person to see. I'm here with Jay Charnock, and he's an equine dental practitioner, otherwise known as a horse dentist. So tell me about your job.
Basically, with our job, we just aim to keep the horse's mouth 100% balanced. We try and keep any problems. Horses' teeth actually grow 2 to 3 mils a year, so they can often get a lot of abnormalities with that growing, basically because of the feeds that they're eating, with all the processed feed we're giving horses for competition and everything these days. So we get in there, file their teeth down, keep the teeth all nice and smooth and keep them balanced, which also will keep them a lot more happy, and also it affects their skeletal system, so yeah, it can make the horse a hell of a lot more happy. I've had the vet come out and sedate the horse so we can do 100% of a job on this horse. He hasn't had dental work for quite some time, so he's got some very sharp points and some problems up the back of his mouth. I'm just cleaning him out at the moment, as you can see.
Lovely. And And what kind of training do you need to become a horse dentist?
With the training, we can study in America or study here in Australia. We're actually starting a new education system which is going to be run through a college down in, or a university down in Victoria. The education has different levels. There's your certified level, your advanced certification and master certification. Having the horse sedated to do this sort of work is actually better for the horse because they don't really remember it. Plus I can do 100% of the job, which is getting right up the back of their mouth, which is very tight. And it's not hurting the horse at all. If the horse is unsedated, even just doing your basic sort of dentistry with your hand tools, they'll still fight you and want to carry on a little bit as soon as you get up the back of their mouth. The horse is going to be a lot more comfortable when you ride him. It's also going to get a lot more nutrients out of its feed, which saves money to the owner as well.
Horses are associated with horse racing. If they have bad teeth, does that affect their race?
It sure does. Teeth problems can actually affect a horse. Like I said, if they've got, similar to us, if we have a toothache, then we chew on one side of our mouth, which makes our jaw really sore on the other side, which then will affect how we carry our head and will shoot down through our neck and into our back and off into muscles. So horses have the same problem. If a horse is under the age of 5, they have a lot of differences, a lot of things happening in their mouth, so I like to see them every 6 months. Also an older horse from 18 onwards, certain teeth start to expire. So what we like to do is check them sort of depending on how their teeth are, maybe every 6 months.
And I'm killing to ask you this question. Have you ever been called a horseodontist?
No, I haven't. There's been a lot of people actually when I meet them and they say, what do you do for a job? And I say I'm a horse dentist or equine dental practitioner. They're like, wow, you're the first one we've ever met of those. But yeah, a few names, but never been a orthodontist.
Well, thank you very much, Jay, for joining us on EWTV.
Thank you.
Well, I think we've seen enough strange jobs for one day. So next time you're sitting staring blankly at the computer screen, abusing the photocopier, or perhaps falling asleep in a meeting, why not plan your next career move? You never know. You could end up teaching a belly dancing horse to laugh. I'm Lou Gregory from EWTV. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Remember, if you want interesting TV, you want
EWTV.